Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's Cheryl247 back with another video. We about to do this video with Poetik Flakko. They saying, goddamn, basically, Chud's team is trying to go at Poetik Flakko for all the videos and shit he been making. We about to get into it. Y'all hit that like button, that sub button, that hype button. Roll 500.
You can convince me to endorse Chud or switch shots to help Chud? You must have lost your everlasting mind. If I had a video that could help Chud, I will go to jail before I turn over that video. But this video does not help Chud at all. At all.
Every time I try to give you guys a new video that's not surrounding Chud the Builder, his supporters give me a new reason to gritty around what will eventually be the grave of him. Just this past week, we were waiting for court to continue so we could ultimately get to the fate of Chud the Builder faster. But his supporters, the people who are supposed to be doing the court of public opinion game, are not doing their best job. Now they are attacking commentators who are anti-Chud the Builder and who are bringing literal proof to the table as to why Chud the Builder is guilty. So instead of working on garnering more support for, I don't know, Chud and his family, Chud's legal defense, maybe finding some sort of coin that can help Chud the Builder look good in the public eye, doing anything productive, Chud the Builder's support team would rather attack and antagonize people just like, oh, it all makes sense now. And I think this is very important to talk about because this channel very much so could be next. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long, long way for the community. We are approaching 170,000 subscribers materially, and that's what makes this whole situation even weirder, because even though there hasn't been any new updates in regards to his legal status, his team of supporters who's supposed to be, you know, doing some sort of crisis management is making everything worse in real time. A shakedown of the commentary community has commenced as Chud the Builder's team, his supporters, his liaisons feel as though Poetik Flakko, a channel who I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with because of two reasons. One, my audience analytics says you do, and two, was the first person to break a specific video that showed Chud the Builder on top of Mr. Fox, the person he was claiming to be, you know, self-defending himself from. So Chud the Builder's team thinks that Flakko has some sort of missing piece of evidence. The key, the smoking gun, if you will, no pun intended, that will get Chud the Builder off. They reach out to him in an attempt to get said evidence, but it doesn't go the way that they think. Now, I'm gonna be quite honest with you here. This is not a good sign. If they are reaching out to Poetik Flakko thinking that he has some sort of missing piece of evidence in order to make their case, that means that they know that their case is already screwed, and they're doing this whole charade and all these shenanigans as just song and dance for the little amount of supporters that Chud the Builder has. A YouTuber, for Pete's sake. And this isn't no discredit to Flakko, but he lives in Los Angeles, or he lives on the West Coast. He got this video from somebody that was in the building right there. I'm not saying that he's not a credible source, but you would think that they would be trying to find, I don't know, people that were actually at the courthouse, or the people that actually took the video, or something of that nature. But they're going after a commentary channel. A commentary. This is the most stupidest thing in the world. They're wasting their time. Flakko gives a clear rebuttal saying, you know, the footage didn't come from me. I wasn't physically at the scene. Which, again, if they did like
damn, they talking about giving him the death penalty though.
Search, they would know that he wasn't at the scene. He says that it came from somebody in the building, and for what it's worth, the police already most likely have all of this footage, whether it be something before, whether it be something after. They have all of this stuff. So you're wasting your time trying to do some sort of shakedown on a commentary channel. I promise you, I'm not slighting Flakko.
Yeah, it's crazy how he's
this is a guy who covers hip-hop news. Your client is facing 56 years. You need to focus up.
So he goes, does a longer video of this exist? Sir, do you understand? I first want to say this, man, because a lot of y'all truly don't understand the amount of resentment I have for somebody like Chud. If I had a video that could help Chud, I will go to jail before I turn over that video. But this video does not help Chud at all. So yeah, you know, the police has it for sure, right? They got it. But am I gonna give it to Chud's representative? Is you crazy?
Now let me say off rip, what Flakko is saying is potentially illegal. If he has any evidence in this case that could sway a decision one way or another, then he's supposed to give it up. But with that being said, I 1000% agree with him. Gang, if I was there and they could tap into my actual memory banks to see exactly what happened, if I had an iPhone recording, my camera recording, and several other recordings, if they needed me me to say exactly what I saw, I wouldn't do it either. You think I want somebody like this out into the world? Like, that's the stupidest thing that I've ever heard. This is so crazy that they're actually going after a commentator. But at the end of the day, ultimately, he doesn't have it. But this is the specific clip that Chud the Builder's team is focusing in on. This is the clip that they're going forward with, saying, hey, there's a guy out there that is not trying to help our guy Chud the Builder, and this is criminal and this is wrong.
He just got arrested over the weekend.
Exactly.
How does that make sense? And Poetic Flakko was literally, bro, come on.
He was crying about that on live, apparently.
He got arrested. Oh, good.
It's over.
Take him to
So just like last time when the commissioner or city official made a statement about Chud the Builder's, liaison or whoever this guy is decided to make up a false narrative about Poetic Flakko. Now, how this is galvanizing any sort of support, I have no clue. It really seemed like a waste of time if you ask me to go after somebody who is.
It really seemed like a hate campaign against Poetic Flakko just because he's being a news anchor. Like, he's literally reporting news. Like, how can you even, like, bro?
Commentator on YouTube, as if, I don't know, the video isn't already out there, and as if, I don't know, the police don't already have the footage. Respectfully speaking, if you listen into that footage, if I'm remembering correctly, that sounds like country white folks in that footage. That does not sound like Poetic Flakko at all in the footage, but I digress. Chud the Builder's team is going after him, making posts saying that he's purposefully and intentionally hiding evidence that could potentially keep Chud the Builder out of jail. This tweet says, yesterday I asked Poetic Flakko if a longer version of the May 13th courthouse incident exists that he bought from the person that took it. Flacco's exact words: if I had a video that could help Chud, I will go to jail before I turn this video over. He follows with, I do got a video that could hurt your case. Then he explains what he would do with the evidence of innocence. I would much rather go to jail. I would rather go to jail, spend time in jail for a contempt of whatever it is. But this is the most important claim here. Flacco's video is a confession, not a crime, but of a value system where resentment and hatred overrides the right to fair trial, where evidence is a weapon to be hidden or deployed based on financial incentive, and where a man's freedom is content to be monetized. Now, he said that because in that same video, Flakko flashed his YouTube dashboard, and boy, oh boy, we're gonna have to keep up over here. But that's really not what's important right now. What he's trying to do is paint a YouTube commentator as somebody who is trying to skew a narrative or trying to keep this person down or not trying to help Chud the Builder in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Now, to be fair, Poetic Flakko is not trying to help Chud the Builder in any shape, way, form, or fashion, and he's not trying to paint him in the best light possible. But that's because Poetic Flakko and other commentators like myself, like a Young Don, or like a whoever else is covering this, would have to go out of their way to paint Chud the Builder in some sort of positive light. He's a negative, racist, narcissistic antagonizer on social media who specifically did not like black people. And to be quite honest with you, our job is to cover people just like this, to get people off these platforms, to bring light to the people that do this sort of stuff, so that hopefully platforms can take these people off, or so that people can see these videos and say, oh, if I ever see that type of person IRL, I know exactly how to handle them, not get rage baited by them. I've seen people in my comment sections.
That is such a fact, bro. Look, you cannot let these people rage bait you, bro. Like, at the end of the day, there are plenty of pieces of shit just like Chud out there, bro. And at the end of the day, you just gotta ignore them, bro. Unless they put their hands on you. Just let that shit ride, bro. Because if you do anything to them, you're going to jail.
On social media, all these other things that have said, yeah, I saw Chud the Builder in real life, but before that, I saw Chud the Builder on social media, so I knew not to mess with him. That's why I have no problem with people like Flakko or myself monetizing on his misery, because he deserves it. And now, instead of focusing on his legal case and a best course of action to get him out of jail, you're on the internet trying to attack a YouTube commentator. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's more of a PR move than anything. So no, Flacco's not hiding evidence. You're trying to turn this into some sort of legal motion in a courthouse, but public opinion doesn't matter in this situation, dickhead. Hell, if that was the case, Chud the Builder has his own judge, jury, and executioner on these streaming sites and clips that he's been putting out.
So first off, even asking me this is like, it's insane. Because if I had a video that could help your case, I'm not giving it to you. And if I had a video that could hurt your case, which I do got a video that could hurt your case, it's going to the police. Nigga, bro, I'm not about to interfere with no investigation, bro. I want them to give Chud whatever they can give Chud. If they could update this add some hate crime charges, add another 50 years, give him life in prison. Oh, this would be my joy. So I wrote him back and I said, sir, you got the program confused, sir. I want to see Chud get the D penalty for his crimes against humanity. Please understand, whatever I can do to assist he gets found guilty, I would do.
This is also stupid because they're basically asking Flakko to make some sort of character statement about this person. They basically want him to, you know, paint him in a good light. And that's what's weird about it. They would want Flakko to make some sort of content or shift the content that they already have, that he already has, this video, in order to make him be in a good light. Let me ask you something. Would you ever write your op a character witness letter? Would you ever, you know, say that, hey man, even though we've had our struggles and battles and I clearly don't like you, I am going to shift the narrative about you based off of, you know, the content that I have. The only reason why Chud the Builder's team is doing this is because they couldn't get people who they thought were gonna be on his side, you know, like the Hodge twins or Officer Tatum or whoever else. They thought they were gonna be able to get him on their side, but they clearly can't. So now they're going towards people who have already negative opinions about him, trying to dig up some sort of evidence, spin the narrative that they're hiding stuff about him, and then when that doesn't stick, then they start to go to these personal attacks.
Look at these absolutely loop buffoons just text me. It's more likely you'll get shot by some other black guy over blank chicken.
Bro, are you fucking serious? I literally hate these racist, bigot ass people, bro. Like, bro,
and just going by statistics. When he was typing this, he was probably thinking, oh, I really got him now. Oh, I really got him now.
Yeah,
sir, we are making money off you racists. Chud, thank you, Chud. Chud, thank you, Chud. You made me, in fact, let's go ahead and show you how much you made me, okay, Chud? So, like, yo, a racist joke cannot hurt me. Chud, you made me $122,000 in the last 28 days, Chud, okay? You did that for me, sir. Thank you so much. Keep on with the racist jokes.
When given the opportunity to even paint people in a better light, they've done the exact opposite. First, they called that commissioner some sort of PDF file. Now they're saying that, you know, Poetik Flakko, a black man, is going to most likely be killed in the street by another black man over fried chicken. I mean, how much easier is it? And if you don't think that these things will come up in court cases, or if you don't think that people will be seeing these videos,
they're literally the scum of the earth, bro. Like, you're literally the scum of the earth. Like, because you're making it bad for every other white person that doesn't think like you and isn't racist. You know what I mean? Because I know there's plenty of white people out there that ain't racist, bro. Like, it's a lot of people I met that are cool white people, bro. Like,
it not aiding in Chud the Builder getting out of jail, then you're sadly mistaken. This is where they're off on every single step. And I would say that I can't blame Chud the Builder for, you know, how his team is acting outside while he's inside locked up fighting for his life, but I honestly can't. This is the ideology that you've bred over the past couple of months, hell, even years now at this point. So clearly anybody who would support you would share these same ideologies. And in a situation where they have to fight for your life, literally 56 years on the line, they can't fucking help themselves. They have to go out there and be racist about it all. And the sad part about it all is that while he is sitting there hating on a Poetik Flakko, a commentary YouTube channel, all he's doing is feeding into this machine. He's feeding into two, really. The machine that already has these negative feelings about Chud the Builder. Maybe some people were on the fence about him, but now are seeing stuff like this and are like, oh yeah, this guy is flat out racist. This is disgusting behavior. Because this don't got nothing to do with free speech at this point. It really doesn't. This is just straight racism. And then two, you're feeding into his pockets. Hell, you're feeding into my pocket. Because now we're getting money. Black men that you hate are getting money based off of the content that you're creating.
Tell Chud, thanks for the 6 figures a month, man. 6 figures a month as he ride in that jail cell. Okay, all right. Hey, you feel me? Hey, people, can I pop it just one time? Right?
Hell yeah, Flakko, pop it, man. You deserve it, man. All these fucking racist piece of shit.
Pop it just one time. Can I pop it just one time? All right, I'm popping it, you feel me? You know, hey, I'm humble though.
But if you thought it was crazy that they were donating to a black man's pockets by giving him some sort of content, thanks for that YouTube check right there, it gets worse. That same name game where, you know, this representative or liaison looks up somebody's name and just paints this picture about him, tries to go over again. Chud the Builder's team looked up Poetik Flakko's real name and decided they were going to paint this narrative about him based off of this this legal situation. Gross sexual imposition is what they're claiming that Poetik Flakko did after looking up his real name. David Jala is what it is, if I'm not mistaken. The problem is, though, is that David Jala isn't his name. That's not Poetik Flakko. Just like last time, they've tried to create this narrative about somebody who does exist and has done something or whatever, but painting the situation totally wrong. And what happens when you get on the internet and try to paint somebody in a totally wrong way, lying about them, being factually incorrect about the things that they've done? Well, buddy, you have your own lawsuit on your hands. You have what's called a defamation case on your hands. Flakko threatens this, by the way, and he should. He should actually take the money that he's earned, sue this guy for defamation, and then put him in a Tasha K 720 because of how stupid he is being on the internet. Now, while bashing Poetik Flakko, Chud the Builder's defense team or support team liaison, whatever the fuck these guys are calling themselves, turns racist, gets off some racist rhetoric about low IQ black men, Liberians, calling them Neanderthal, all these different things. Crazy. It's disgusting work, but it's doing something that is intentionally unintentional. It's making Chud the Builder, his case, his supporters, any of that stuff look worse than what they are. The claim was that Chud the Builder wasn't racist, but based off of the support system and the footage that we have, he is. The claim that he was being judged unfairly is going out the window in real time. The claim that, you know, people didn't understand him and that now he has this credible source behind him who is picking and prodding at YouTubers in order to find any piece of evidence is all falling flat. Now, I don't think that this person is a lawyer or officially a part of Chud's defense team, even though he's been carrying out messaging, saying these things, all this stuff like that. But they are definitely moving like a Chud defender, speaking on his behalf. And in their attempt to help shape the narrative on the situation as to who he is, they're actually doing a worse job. They're destroying it. They're making him look like he is somebody who deserves no sort of forgiveness and should serve all 56 of those years. So now you have these defenders who are supposed to give him
56 years.
Helping support you, they're actually hurting you by damaging your name. Now, let's be clear. Flakko isn't being fair by any stretch of the word. He hates Chud. Hell, I hate Chud. I think we all do. He openly says that he wants Chud to pay the maximum penalty, but Chud's side completely fumbled this response. Instead of taking the opportunity to look more credible, they confirmed everybody's thought process and belief surrounding the whole Chud the Builder situation. This is a racist antagonizer who is looking to poke and prod fun at anybody and everybody. And if they can't get their way, they throw their own hissy.
Literally, bro. Chud the Builder is a literal racist provoker. Hold on. Let me get this right. Chud is a racist, provoking piece of shit. And I hope he doesn't get out of jail. I really hope he doesn't. I hope every black person he comes across in that prison system beat his ass. Anyway, though, y'all hit the like button, sub button, and that hype button, man. Roll to 500 subs, man. Love all y'all. Y'all be safe, man. It's the last video tonight.